Today's video, well, I'm not sure what I got. Now, generally speaking, lesions, well, they're pretty easy to identify. In this case, though, it's kind of throwing me for a loop. Now, at this point, I'm pretty sure that I had a white line lesion based on the sole separation up above. But looking at this now, I'm starting to see that, well, this doesn't even come close to that white line, which is odd. My next thought was, well, maybe this is some type of weird puncture. But that doesn't make sense either, because this lesion, or this hole, is so big and so irregular shaped that it didn't make any sense that it could possibly be a puncture either. So I'm going to have to just dig into this situation a little bit deeper, no pun intended. I could use my grinder here to remove much of this sole and speed this process up, but this cow is very sensitive on this foot, and anytime that I run the grinder, she would flinch, so I could tell just from the vibration that it was too sensitive to do that. You can tell this claw is pretty sensitive, so I'm really trying to work slowly and deliberately as to not hit that corium layer inside there. I want to take it nice and slow, remove as little bit as I can at a time, and try to avoid any more discomfort to her that I can, and to avoid any more corium damage that I possibly can on this. If I can get through this whole trim without nicking any of that or causing any more trauma to that, that'll be a big thumbs up for me. The odd location of this lesion, as well as her sensitivity to it, is what led me down the road to potential pedal bone fracture. However, now that I've gotten in here, the real telltale signs of that aren't here. Normally we'll have much more hemorrhaging, much more proud flesh, and much more just general rawness to this lesion. And it's really not there. So what I think we have here is an ulcer that was basically a flat ulcer, not a protruding ulcer, and it had gotten colonized by digital dermatitis. So basically we have a case of hairy attack that we're working with here. The only odd part about it is that the primary lesion site seems to be a little lower than it typically would be for a sole ulcer, but it may just appear that way too with all of this digital dermatitis that's growing on there, maybe deceiving the location of that, but I'm pretty sure that's what we have here. If you noticed, I've left that outside wall of this claw on there. I did not remove that. That's intentional. If this block were to come off, I want to have some protection on that foot to keep that lesion off the ground. Because that outside wall is sound, I don't have to worry about it causing any problems with the healing of this foot.